Okay, section 2.2, angles and lines. That's a selection of questions from question 1. It is in fact the whole of question 1. Won't necessarily do all of it though. Let's just take a look at this. Of course, angles on a straight line will add up to 180, so essentially angle A is going to be 180 take away the 152, which gives us, let's just do some maths with my calculator, 180 take away 152 will give me 28 degrees. Didn't really need to do that, but it's a calculator unit. Once again, we're on a straight line here, so we're looking at 180 take away 85. I'm quite sure that gives me 95 degrees. Angle C, don't worry about that. Essentially, we're on a straight line, so we go 180 take away the 45 and take away the 70, it gives us the leftovers. And I'll use a machine for that. 180 take away my 45, take away my 70, and I've got left 65 degrees for angle C. Angle C, 65. Getting a bit glitchy again. Right, same with D, working down here I think. Let's go yellow so it stands out. Again, straight line, 180 degrees, take away this 80, take away that 74, and the leftovers has got to belong to angle D. So here I go. 180, take away 80, it's 100, take away 74. I've got left 26 degrees for angle D, no problem. Here's a nice one. You may recall that represents 90 degrees, that little symbol there. So therefore we have angle E is going to be 180, take away that 90 just there, and take away the 25 on the left just there, and the leftovers belongs to angle E. It's going to be 90, take away 25, that gives me 65 left over. So angle E is 65 degrees. And the last one, no problem there. We're going to go for angle F, we're going to be 180 degrees, take away the 130, and take away the 35 on the left there, and the leftovers will be 180, take away the 130, oops, press the wrong button, 180, take away the 130, and take away the 35, leaves us with 15 degrees, not very much. And please note, not drawn to scale, very important. Don't you ever try to measure these things when you're told to calculate them. Alright, it's done by calculation. I mean, clearly that does not look anything like 15 degrees even from the screen, but according to mathematics it's absolutely right, it's 15 degrees. Next part, here we have essentially we have a collection of angles meeting at a point. So if you look at what I'm about to draw, all of this comes to 360 degrees. Now I'm back home again. So this is all based upon 360s and not 180s. So essentially angle A is going to be 360 degrees, take away the 70 and take away the 80, and that will give us, let's just do it now, 360 minus the 80 minus the 70, and that gives me 210 degrees for angle A, and that's clearly a reflex angle. This one over here, well, very easy. I can work out D straight away. That's 116 degrees because it is vertically opposite. And I think I'll write it down. Vertically opposite. Opposite. Right, these are vertically opposite angles, alright? And E is dead easy. If you consider this straight line here, then the 116 and the E lie on a straight line. So therefore, E is going to be 180, take away the 116, that leaves me with, let me grab a calculator, 180 take away 116, 64 degrees. Right. Dead easy. This one over here, again, all adds up to 360, so I want to take away the 75, the 95 and the 90, remember that's a 90 degree thing, to get angle B. So here I go, so 360, take away 90, take away 95, I'm running out of space, take away 75, let's grab an answer quickly. So 360, take away 90, take away the 95, take away the 75, and we've got left 100 degrees, and that belongs to B. Does that look like 100? Not really, in fact it looks very acute, but please note, not drawn to scale, not drawn accurately. Very easy one, this one for F. Same sort of thing, 360 degrees, take away the 135, and take away the 80, and of course this can be done in any order you like. 360, take away the 80 just to prove it, take away the 135, and we're left with 145 degrees for angle F. Oops, 145 degrees for angle F, I said. Right then, this looks really messy. I'm not going to do it. You just take away 60, 60, 72 and 68 away from 360 and you get angle C. Dead easy. The next one, you take away, let's do this one, I've got space for this one. So what's G degrees going to be? 360, take away that lot. Here's another way of writing it. So it's 360, take away that, and that one, and that one. Alright, so you can add these up first if you want to, and then take them away as one big chunky angle away from the 360. So I've got 110 plus 120 plus 45 gives me a combined angle of 275, and that gives me 360 take away 275, and that's going to be 85 degrees. Right, so G is 85 degrees, just about cute. And that's that. That's angles on a line, angles at a point, and hopefully I can got time to do the next little bit. Yeah. Not drawn accurately, a fantastic examiner's tip, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm not sure how much of this I can do in one hit, but we'll have a go, won't we? Calculate the size of the angles marked A to H. Well, I'll just do some talking here. That's on a straight line, so 135 from 180. So that's going to give us what A is going to be. So that's 45. I'm not going to give you any reasons, but apart from speaking them. Angle C is directly opposite the 45, and because it's a vertically opposite angle, so C is 45 as well. And opposite angle B, we have the 135. That's vertically opposite as well, so that's 135 degrees. Angle D, well, it's on a straight line with the 122. We just take that away from 180. 180 take away 122 gives us 58 degrees. That's all there is to it. Again, I'm not showing my working, but listen to what I'm saying though. Right, 64 for F is vertically opposite. Let's have a look. If I use this part here, I've got 64 plus the G, all comes to 180. So I take 180 minus 64, then I've got it. So 180 take away 64. I've got 116, so G is 116 degrees. E is also going to be 116 because it's vertically opposite the 116 shown. That's that one done. And here again, all this is on a straight line coming up to 180. So we're going to say 180, take away the 38, and take away the 46. Again, you've seen this all before, so that's going to be 96 degrees. Just do the maths yourself. 180 take away 38, take away the 46. Right, here we have angles at a point coming to 360. Now, essentially what we can do is, we know that these two angles together are identical because they're both called letter E. First of all, we take away the 360 and the 226 to leave us something. So 360 take away 226, that gives us 134 degrees. So basically 2E is 134 degrees, so a single E is going to be half of 134, isn't it? So we divide that by 2 and get 67 degrees and get our marks and move on. Right, I might start working down here now. Right, look at the next one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 Fs. Now look at it. All these 6 Fs come to 360 degrees. Look, whole circle all the way around. So if 6F is 360, a single F is going to be 360 over 6. I can do that in my brain. Goes in 60 degrees. There you go. 6 is into 36, goes 6 times with a naught on it. Next one with the G, same again, all adds up to 360. How many G's have we got? 2G, 2G, 1G, 5 G's. So 5 G's come to 360 degrees. When I divide by 5, I recall that's 72 degrees, but let me just check that to be sure. I think it's right. 360 divided by 5, 72 degrees. Yep. We'll do this one. Again, only based on 180s. It's on a straight line. So I want to take 70 away from my 180, get 110. So these two H's together come to 110 degrees. Let's share out the 110 degrees amongst the two of them. Gives me 55 degrees. That's that one done. What do we got here? Well, again, based on 360, 90 plus 60 is 150. So working down here, I've got 360, take away my 150 degrees, will give me 210 degrees altogether. Let's have a look, let's just check that. Yes, so these 3Ks equal 210. So 3Ks comes to 210, and so a single K is going to be 210 divided by 3. That goes in 7 times, 70 degrees for each little K. Alright then, this one looks a bit strange, worth doing though. Now straight away, on this straight line, L comes to 180 minus the 148. So L's going to be, just do it in my brain, 32 degrees. So that's that one done. Right, what have I got here? If that's 32 degrees, I'm going to write it right then in that part there. This section here all comes to 180 degrees. So what have I got? I've got 180 degrees. Let's take away that 32. Should give me back my 148 degrees. So therefore, just changing colour again, this section alone, that part with the M's, comes to 148 degrees. Alright, let's work in yellow here then. So these 3 M's come to the leftovers, which is 148 degrees. So the single M will be 148, shared out amongst the 3 of them. Do that quickly. 148 over 3 gives me, I must have made a mistake, that's terrible. According to my maths, it goes 49.3 recurring degrees. Now that's 49 and a third degree. Now I don't like that. Let's check it again. 180 take 148 is 32 for sure, so that's 32 across there. 180 take away that 32 is going to be 148, obviously. 148 divided by 3, 49.3. Okay, I shouldn't have doubted it. It's completely correct. So you know, what can I do? That's it basically. 49.3. Very dodgy answer, but I'm going to accept that, and I'll stop now.